Welcome back to episode 11 in the Director of Football Challenge here in Kolding IF, where we are looking back at the first part of the Superliga journey, mixed with a bit of winter transfers and a couple of other changes. To begin with, I just want to say that I was totally wrong. I don't know what happened here. Absolutely wrong about the amount of matches that we are going to play in the Superliga. It is 32 in total. This is the preliminary phase, 22 games. Championship or relegation is 10 games. It's the same as the Nordic Bet Liga, completely the same. I don't know why I thought it was way more. Yeah, sometimes I just do silly mistakes. Quite a few youngsters came in between this and the last episode. So, yeah, mostly noteworthy is Boateng, who is also part of the first team setup right now. We never really managed to find a key winger on the right-hand side. Well, until a little bit later, where we did. So we will get to that. So this guy is sort of filling that spot early on. You can tell that he has played a couple of games, and we haven't played a lot of games. I actually came back fairly early here. Along with us using some wages on youngsters instead of going out spending big, I suppose, I did decide to be okay with the what's called inconsistency of orange over here if they are a youngster. That is okay. Also the big matches in orange, but anything in red, then we have a problem, right? That's not going to be good for me. So yeah, a very good youngster here, winger. He has actually played as a striker a couple of times, or 2 times. 2.5 times. So yeah, he's kind of a mix of a striker, inside forward kind of type, but I think he has a really high potential, this guy. Another youngster is also in, but he is actually out on loan again. He actually, I don't know, did he go back to the same club again? I think he might have, but yeah, Christopher Hotter from Switzerland, a central defender, pretty high ceiling. He could become really good, but he does have some work to do in jumping reach and a couple of other areas like the strength. But yeah, one of those that I do bring in that have the orange consistency. Now, I think it's okay to do that as long... I'm not going to bring anyone into the first team that have that, but if they are a youngster, I'm okay with it. Anyway, I just wanted to see, did he go back to the same team? No, he didn't go back to the same team, but he is back in Switzerland and playing quite well. So that's good for him, of course. Samuel Mensah is also a guy that, yeah, he looks fairly good. He played 1 game and then he got injured, unfortunately. No injury prone on him, but yeah, he do have that consistency on orange. He is a deep-lying playmaker, or forward, deep-lying forward. He got some really high numbers in some spots. If he can develop just slightly in his physicals, he's gonna be a absolutely beast. I hope so, because he could be worth up to 2.1 million, and we have him until, well, yeah, a 2-year contract. I mean, if we sell him next year for 1 million, job done, right? Job done. We can move on. But yeah, it's just gonna be an interesting player to have, and he is part of the first team squad. He might even be starting in if he's not injured, because we do have injury problems up top. But yeah, he's definitely one of the better ones we got in. Anton Mæland, a 19-year-old Danish goalkeeper, is also in, and he is, well, sort of part of the first team. Third choice, basically, just a youngster third choice. He's probably gonna get a lot of time in the B squad, maybe even the under-19s. I'm not sure, because we do also have Leo Besson, so maybe he's playing the B squad and Mæland is gonna play the under-19s. Not too sure about it actually, but I think that's probably how it's gonna be. He's okay. I took him because there was just nothing wrong with him, and I could get him for free on a very cheap deal. And you know what? Sure, let's see how he develops, and maybe we sell him off later on. Rasmus Danielsen is also a youngster we brought in. Actually, funny enough, from Dalum, our affiliate. I was just looking at him and I was thinking, sure, I'll take him. Also a very cheap deal, 130 wages. So, I mean, it doesn't really cost us anything to have him. And he do have the consistency in orange, but there is a lot of this, probably not the best of the lot, but he do have a high ceiling. He got a lot of work to do on his finishing, and also just, generally speaking, just shooting. Is he more of an AMC? Probably so. Is he more of a winger? Probably not. He's like, yeah, he needs to develop into a role, I would say. Right now, he's nothing. He's just a physical player with a bit of mentals. But yeah, it's he could be something. I mean, 1.1 million here in value, so you know that's worth 130 in wages. So let's see how he develops as well. Very late in the transfer window, I think there was a week left in the transfer window. Preston in England came in with a bid for Moser, and as you can already tell now, he is gone. Yep, he is not our player anymore. And we got 550k plus, well, in total 675k. I mean, when I saw that, I was just like, sure. I mean, yes, please. I mean, that is half of, well, not half of our wages, but probably 40% of our wages for a season. Sure, I'll take that money. That, of course, left us with, well, we needed a first choice goalkeeper, and this is the guy that have been taking over instead of Moser. And as you can tell right here, we have only played one more game after Moser left, so we are not that far into the season yet, but that's planned. I have planned that. So yeah, a sweeper keeper. He is on 2.1k, so not a cheap one. I think he might be the top earner now, actually, but I think he's very good. He's like, I wouldn't say he's as good as Leonard Moser, but he's up there. He's definitely up there. Better distribution. Well, sorry, less good distribution, but way better in eccentric, which is not really that great actually. Way faster. So as a sweeper keeper, that's obviously good. So he's not as good as Moser, but he is close enough. He's definitely the best we could, maybe the best we could get. I could possibly have gotten a better loan deal somewhere, but as a player that we actually have and also have for at least 2 seasons, I think we are okay with him. On the deadline day, 3 hours to go before it closed, we finally got our key winger on the right-hand side. Oliver Batista Meyer. Yes, and as you can tell, he hasn't played because this is right after that happened. I decided to come back. Now, this is a massive deal for us. I think he is excellent. He is probably the best player in the club right now. It depends how you look at it, I suppose. But he is. I hope we get some penalties, because he got penalties 16 and also free kicks 16. That would be good. I mean, even just that alone, we never had anything like him in the club. Nothing like this guy. He is looking extremely good. Only 1,700 wages. It's one of those deals that you get where they offer him out on loan very, very late. Like, oh, we need to get this guy out. We can't. I don't even know where he's from. Germany? Yeah. Dynamo Dresden. It's probably like, oh, we're not going to use him. Get him out. So it is definitely worth, and also the deadline day in the Danish league system doesn't really work in the Nordic Bet Liga, but it does work. That deadline day you get where you get all the transfer news and all of that. That does work in the Superliga, but not in the Nordic Bet. And that is how I got this guy. The only reason I got this guy is because of the news stories that broke out in that kind of thing. So very, very happy. And he also filled a spot on the left-hand side and potentially could go up top and play false 9 as well. But I don't think they're gonna. I doubt Lasse Holmgaard is gonna play him up there. But I hope he's gonna play him on the right-hand side, because that would make the most sense compared to what other players we have. So yeah, that was the last transfer we did. And I think we can be happy about that. I think this is a very good deal. All right, so I am back extremely early here. Like I said, the transfer window just closed, and it might not be for the reason you think. It looks obvious why I'm back, because of this bad spell of form, but that's actually not the case. No, the main reason is because of a change for the season. I kind of want to make 4 episodes instead of 3 episodes per season, as both the transfers are pretty long right now, and also showing a few more of the more important games in the first part of the season, where I just played through all of them and then showed you, top 3 goals or something like that. No, I think I want to show you a little bit more of this part of the season as well now. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Of course, not all the games. It's gonna be some of the key games that we're gonna play, and yeah, these 4 games up here that we have played so far is definitely not key games. That is not where we're gonna get our points. This is the biggest teams up here, right? That is the 4 biggest teams. We got extremely unlucky with the draws for the schedule. AGF, maybe we could have gotten a point here if, I mean, I hope for a point, but the other 3 games, nah. I was not sitting there thinking, oh, we're gonna get a point here when I start simulating this. No. But on the other hand, if we just ignore this game here because it's a cup game, ignore that one. And let's actually pull this out a little bit. There we go. So we can see that it is preliminary phase. Now the next, how many is that? That is 7 games. The next 7 games down to Superliga. That is where we want the points. That is where we want the points. Because all of these teams is something we should be able to maybe not win against all of them, but at least play up with, right? We could be able to play against them. Where the other 4 up here, yeah, that's they're on another level. And I want to highlight 3 of the games here. I want to highlight the home games. That is what we are here for. That's what I'm going to show you, the home games, because that is where I want to pick up 9 points. Or at least Lasse Holmgaard wants to pick up 9 points, that's for sure. Because remember, if we're getting to the last one and he doesn't have 20 points, he's gone. So getting points as though in those home games, that is definitely going to be important. We do have more home games after that, but that's way more hard games to beat. I mean, Brøndby and Midtjylland, that's way harder. These games are some of the most important games. Of course, also the away games against someone like OB or Sønderjyske, sure. But those home games, that is where we want to get our points in. First match of those home games is a loss against Viborg. Technically, they are the 5th best in the league, but we should do better. Actually, I do not recall ever in 25 years of playing this game. I do not recall. It probably has happened, but I don't recall it that I ever have seen one of my teams, manager or DOF, for no shots at all from my team. What? That might be a first for me. It probably have happened in the past, but I just can't remember it. I just really can't remember it. That is really a new low. I am kind of lost for words here. Well, I'm not, but if you know what I mean, that's crazy. That is we might be going down. We might be going down. 5 games in, we might already look like relegation. This is not looking good, guys. We also played against Kjellerup in the cup, but it's not important. Not a home game here in Randers, but man, is it nice to see if we can win and score some goals. 3 points in the bank. Let's go. Silkeborg IF, this was a must-win home game, simply put. Giving away 3 points to Silkeborg here is basically unacceptable, and Lasse is starting to look like a manager on his way out, to be honest. With us probably also going down, 0 points in 2 important home games. Oh boy. The game is definitely not making it easy on us. 6 current injuries, with 3 of those being the 3 best strikers, and it is match day. Away from home against Nordsjælland, that was always gonna be only one choice, us losing it. With that many injuries, yeah, no go. This is going to be a long and really bad season, guys. Vejle, yeah, they also beat us at home. That is making it to 0 points where we should get 9 points. Oh boy. We also lost in the cup against Thisted, which is a 2nd division team. Yeah, yeah, we might need to do something here. Lasse. Yeah, I think we need to have a talk. I thought it would have been better than this. It's so bad. It is so bad. We have lost all of our games this season except from 1, and a cup game. That even the friendlies. It's too much. I know I set a goal of 20 points. But this has been so bad that I need to make a drastic change. I don't think his playstyle is gonna do it for us. I really do. I don't think a defensive high line. He do like a high line. It's maybe a mid blocks or yeah. It might be more of a, I don't know. But it does seem like his style of football is not working, and I think we do need to make a change. Do we need another formation? Do we need? I don't know, but I think it is time to let Lasse Holmgaard go, even before we reach or get out of the preliminary phase. Because if we need any sort of chance to get anywhere this season, right now I just believe we are just gonna go down and focus on that. But if we want to have any chances, we need a new manager. 100%. We need a new manager. we're gonna rip his contract up. I'm sorry, Lasse, but it is time. We are gonna let you go. We're gonna terminate his contract. He's not gonna like it, but it's gonna happen. With Lasse being released, we kind of need a new manager, of course. Well, I already tried really hard to find a new one, but this proves really hard and way harder than I anticipated. Our board is only allowing 750 wages right now, and the lowest I got any assistant manager, to become a manager of course, worthy of a mention was 1200. So yeah, we have a problem. So I've started an advert. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? So until we do get a real new manager or assistant manager, we are going to rely on a caretaker, right? We are not gonna play. It's gonna be a caretaker, and I think the best and most worthy option is this guy, Kenneth Christiansen. He is fairly good. He's probably our best. I mean, he's probably not our best coach, but he's definitely one of our best staff members. And he also, well, he is probably one of our best coaches actually with that goalkeeping. Now, what is interesting about this guy is he's playing a very normal 4-4-2. He is also very different compared to Lasse Holmgaard because he's playing attacking, where Lasse Holmgaard was balanced. Pressing style is more often, where Lasse Holmgaard was less often. Zonal and mixed. I don't remember what Lasse was here, but whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. The defensive line over here is balanced. Actually, this got to do with set pieces, so it's more like this is very important. So he's playing 4-4-2 no matter what. So I've already set that up. Now, what is also interesting to see and hear that he actually was hired as a caretaker in Viborg. So he's definitely not a bad kind of guy to do this. As we check out his complete stats here as a manager, yeah, he's actually a pretty decent manager. So yeah, he's gonna be the caretaker, and if he does well, we might sign him as an assistant manager. Or if we find an advert or if I do find someone, we'll probably bring someone else in, because I am not sure about the 4-4-2, to be honest. But if he does well, hey, who am I to judge it? So yeah, so we do have a caretaker. We have a new signing. Well, where did that come from? I thought the same. So we do have a new signing. Kåre Barslund from FCK. He's running out of a contract. It's someone I've had on my scout list forever and ever. I even tried to sign him on a loan deal at one point. He is fairly decent. 22-year-old, centre back, full back, inverted wing back. He can do it all. He's coming in on only 1.2k. I am very happy about that. And impact sub, that means, well, we can just play him from the bench or whatever. I think he's gonna be a starter, to be honest. I think he will be a starter. He's coming in the winter period, of course, so still quite a few games to him coming in. But let's just accept it, because I don't see why I would not take this deal. He do have a minimum fee release clause, but hey, if I can get 625k, I'll take 625k right now. So also got a 1-year extension if he do get enough league games after avoid relegation. I doubt that's gonna happen, but we'll see about that. So there he is. That is a lot of numbers of 12. If he's anywhere near 12 average, which I might think he is, maybe 11.8 or something like that in average, that is pretty dang good. Very all-round kind of player. No weaknesses whatsoever, maybe except from determination, decision-making, and I mean, it's 7, so it's not terrible, but it's definitely pretty low. Other than that, he's just good. He's just an average. Well, I'm not gonna call him an average player, because he's not average to us. He's good. He's good for us, and he can play anywhere down here. So even no matter what kind of tactic we're gonna play when we get a new assistant manager, he can play an inverted wingback on the left. He can play wide center back, ball playing defender, central defender. He don't care. He can play wingback. He can play further up, complete wingback probably even. He can do it all. Well, his flair is not there, but so probably not complete wingback, but definitely wingback. He can do a wingback role, yeah. Decision is a little bit low, but generally speaking, this is actually a really good signing for us. A cheap signing. It's probably the best signing so far this season. And also, if we are moving back to the summer transfers, this is probably our best signing. Oh, and I might as well show this guy as well, because he's also coming in to the winter transfer. I don't have a full scout report of him anymore, but he is a striker. there he is, at least his numbers. We can't see the, there is no complete scouting here, but it's sort of a youngster, but he's 21 now, so not really. It was just a signing that I thought that this is gonna be a good signing compared to in terms of money, right? He's a money signing. I think he's good enough to be a money signing for us. I hope we can sell him for like 200, 300k or something like that, maybe in a couple of years. So that's, I mean, and we also have quite a good list of strikers now, decent strikers as well. So maybe he's gonna be loaned out or something. We'll see. Sønderjyske away from home. We are at the bottom with them. I think they also have like 3 points or something like that. Something a little bit odd is going on here. But first off, well done by our youngster Mensa coming in. I don't think he started in, did he? No, he didn't start in. So he came in, got the penalty in the 95th minute and scored. We did have a red card, so yeah. Something really strange is happening here. We are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Sorry, what? Now, I have already checked up on this, and I am extremely confused because, all right, let's go in here. Let's go into the responsibilities, into match. Kenneth Christiansen. He should be leading it. He should be leading it, right? Is there some place tactics? He's leading it every single place in here, right? Training matches, media scouting, advice reports. I mean, there is no other place he can do it, right? Then I checked all of our staff, even our B squad, our under 19, none of them have played this match, right? None of them. Sangenberg is the only one that plays a 4-2-3-1, but he hasn't played the game. He hasn't been the manager in that game. It makes no sense. It should be Kenneth Christiansen. This was already there. That's not that game. It's another game. It was already there. What is going on? Who is playing? Who is our caretaker? I have no idea. I have literally no clue who is making the decisions on the pitch or tactically. I have no clue. Making me even more concerned because, I mean, what is going on, man? What is going on with the game here? I just don't know. I really don't. It should be the assistant manager, of course, but we don't have an assistant manager. So who is it after that? I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, a 1-1 in this kind of scenario, it's probably a good thing. But again, it just justify what I said before. It's like they actually got 6 points now. We are 1 game away, so 1 game less than them. We are nowhere near not getting relegated. We are right now 100% getting relegated. Yeah, 4 points off Randers. Yeah, that's only gonna be more in a couple of games time. So, but yeah, we definitely need that assistant manager in, and then just think about the future because we are getting relegated. We should be thinking about relegation already now and think about what are we gonna do, what type of play style do we want to play when we get the assistant manager because he's gonna be there for the Nordic Bet Liga again. So we need to think about that and just continue what we're doing in terms of, I think I want to continue with the youngsters and get a lot of youngsters in. Just continue developing and also selling youngsters so we can bring the club up to the next level. So we can actually stay up the next time we get up here, right? That's what we want. But I have no idea who is actually doing the matches right now. No clue. Away game against OB. Surprise, surprise. We lost it. Yeah, actually quite a late one. 89th minute. That's annoying. We're still playing that 4-2-3-1. I have no idea. I have given someone a contract. Hopefully he will sign that very quickly. Hopefully so. Oh god, we also have an injury potentially to Boateng. That is not great at all. 4 to 5 weeks. Well, it could be worse, but it could be better. But he's one of the important players actually. He was only 17, but he actually turned out to be quite important. It's gonna be a loss. He has been the one scoring some of the goals we have done so far, so not great. We have a new manager. Well, kind of. It is Kenneth Christiansen. Yes, we made him the manager. Now here's the thing. I could give him a new contract. He was pretty low in wages actually. He still demanded like 900. So apparently just assistant managers are really high in wages. But we as a club or the board is not allowing that kind of high wages. So yeah, problems. And we haven't had that issue before now because we had, Lasse Holmgaard for that long. But now it was a problem. Hopefully we can keep Kenneth Christiansen for quite a while. So yeah, there we go. Again, just looking at him. Of course, we're gonna play a 4-4-2. We're gonna play attacking mentality. We'll see how that goes. But we're actually more thinking about the future than we are thinking about right now. Because right now, I mean, yes, we can still survive. Technically, we can definitely still survive. But it's more likely that we are gonna go down. Way more like 95% sure that we're gonna go down. So I was actually looking for something very similar to him, probably another formation. But I'm okay with 4-4-2, it's okay. But I was more looking for the pressing style of more often and also playing mentality of attacking. I don't really care too much about the marking style, but zonal is fine. Coaching style, mixed, whatever. It's okay. It's more the other two things that I was actually concerned about. I would actually have liked to see a 5-2-3-1 kind of formation or something like that. You know, but 4-4-2, sure, let's go for it. So we're definitely... Yeah, there is a couple of things we need to change because of that. And we can also get another coach in, of course, because we are leaving a coach slot. But more importantly, we need to change our squad overview as well, the spreadsheet. Because we're going to play a completely different tactic, sort of. I mean, we need two different strikers. We do need wingers that are further down. So they need to be a little bit more defensive in the future or more... Actually, they just need to be more classical wingers. Where those we have now are more inside forwards. We definitely need more wingers. But here's the good thing, and I will show you that in the spreadsheet. We are probably okay in terms of our players right now. I think they can all play. We have players that can play these roles. There might be some problems with loan deals, but overall I think we are going to be good. Now that changed quite a few things in the spreadsheet here, and also changes how we approach the winter transfer window, I think, which I think we also will do. We're going to push the transfer window to the next episode. Like I said, we're probably going to have 4 episodes this season. We're going to push it to the next one because there are so many things in this episode already, so I don't think we're going to have time for also... We're not even halfway to the winter yet. Okay, it's got to be the next episode. I am talking way too much, making too many changes, and well, spreadsheet 4-4-2, as we can tell, 4-4-2, right? So there is a couple of things we need to talk about here because I am concerned about it, but not. I think we are okay, but there could be problems. The main problems I have right now is that has to do with the loan deals we have, because they want to play some preferred positionings. So we have MV Madsen, right? Or I don't remember his full name, but Madsen, who normally would play in AML. Well, we're not playing that anymore, but he's still a really good striker option, but I don't think his club is gonna like that. And the same go with Peterson, who is a DM, and we got him in as a DM. He could definitely be, he would be our best deep line playmaker in the midfield, but do they accept that? I don't know. That's why I got a question mark out of in their name here. Same with OB Meyer, who would be by far our best winger on either side, actually, I think. Again, question mark on how they are gonna look at it from the other club. Not too sure. So we got 3 loan deals. That is a little bit of a question mark in terms of are they gonna allow us to do this, or are they gonna get mad because we play them out of the position they should be played in? Sometimes it's okay, sometimes they might get mad at us. Alright, so the strikers up here, the 2 strikers, I've put them into 2 different groups basically, because I don't care about right foot and left foot in this specific area like we do in the central defense or even in the midfield. So we got a striker that is, or we got 2 options, like target forward, pressing forward types of strikers, and then also advanced forward poachers, more goal scoring types. Not that the target forward and pressing forward can't be goal scoring as well, it's just 2 different groups, so we got an idea of what type of players we have. It could also be, I could also put, I don't know, complete forward in there, but I don't think, or deep line playmaker, deep line forward. Mensah is a deep line forward, so, I put him in this group, but he's probably more in this group, to be honest. Maybe I should make an extra group for a deep line forward. It all depends on how he plays. It's just a general idea of what we got, right? So, strikers I'm not really too worried about at all. I mean, we got plenty of good, half-decent strikers. So, and we even get one more in. He's probably gonna be a rotational option, but Vidal is definitely coming in. So, yeah, We also got Barcelona, and we can see his numbers now in here. 22.4, so he's going to be one of, if not the best central defender. But I think he might, because this number right here, that's a fullback. That's a no-nonsense fullback kind of type of fullback. I think he will take this spot out here, actually. I don't think he's going to take it from Klaster, or Jensen for that matter. I think he's going to play on the right instead of Winterberg. Yeah, I actually believe that. So I think the only problem we have right now in terms of the moving forward here with this 4-4-2 is because the squad depth is there, except from, of course, the fullback, but that is already fixed in the winter. It's probably the midfielder right area and potentially also the midfield left area. We don't have a lot of quality here. We have Obi Meyer, but again, we don't know if they like that kind of thing for him. So, they could just recall him if they don't like it, right? But we don't really have a lot of options over here on the right-hand side because either Mukuli or Meyer is playing here. Same deal on the other side. So there is not a lot of depth in quality outside of that because Winterberg is likely going to play down here. And after that, it's actually Lidendl would go up and play as the fourth option up here. So midfielder right is but in terms of putting all of our players into some kind of position they can play, that we can do. It's just that midfielder on the right hand side is probably a little bit weak because Dursu could play over here. So we don't have a lot on the right hand side. So that's my only worry right now. I'm also like, if we do sell something, I haven't really thought too much into it, but we could potentially try and sell something that doesn't really fit this system because that is what we're moving forward with. No matter how bad it's going to get this season, we're going to move forward with this. So yeah, maybe we could sell someone. I'm just not too sure where. It would probably be a striker, and maybe not selling them, but loaning them out might be a better option. Like Mensa, like taking him out on a loan, that would maybe be beneficial. Or Boateng, but I think Boateng is probably one of the more important strikers. And as long as this guy Samson is injured, well, we definitely need a couple of options up there now when we are using two of them. So yeah, it's a new formation, and hopefully it's gonna be good for us. We'll see. I think we're gonna play one more game, and then we're gonna, stop this episode. It's already too long. So let's get to the next game and see how it goes. All right. Fair enough. We lose again, 4-0. At home against Midtjylland, so it's not a big surprise, I would say. Completely changed the formation, and that's probably the biggest worry right now. I'll show you, but the dynamics are, they're not looking too good, the dynamics, and understandably so. The more you lose, the further the dynamics are going down, and the further the dynamics are going down, the more you lose. So it's just spiraling out of control. But yeah, we also have a couple of pretty big injuries, of course. So we are probably we don't really play the best team we can here. But I'm also a little bit surprised by some of his choices here. Our new manager, Kenneth Christiansen. Jonas Jensen is on the bench. I would probably have played him in there instead of Gierstuv, but hey, his choice. Also, Lindell is playing up here. I would probably... Oh, he's injured, actually, so he couldn't play someone else there. Yeah, there is definitely a couple of injury problems. Yeah, we actually both of the two best options on the right-hand side here, they're both out, so not great. Of course, Sommer instead of Gustina, and Schuquest on the other side instead. I don't know. And also Dursu over here is probably third choice, so... There is definitely a lot of issues when it comes to injuries, but I don't think we can blame this on injuries. It's just, we are just outclassed. We're just outclassed right now. It is what it is. But yeah, let's go take a look at those dynamics, and I think we're gonna end the episode then. There is not a lot of good things to say about this, maybe except from the managerial support. I mean, they still trust us because that is us. That is us as the manager, not the DOF, of course. But yeah, it seems like they kind of like us for some reason. I don't know why that is, because it's been terrible season so far. But yeah, the club atmosphere is going down rapidly with this many losses, and also there seems to be a couple of problems with there's a high turnover of playing staff, resulting in many players having... Yeah, I mean, there is a couple of new players. We have some new staff in, and we also have, one going out, our assistant manager going out. And apparently there are also many contrasting personalities. I guess I need to be more careful about that in the future when we sign staff members as well, because that's probably the case. because mostly we have a balanced kind of squad. And let's actually check out what it says here. Fairly determined even, but as we can see, lots of balanced. One fickle, but that's a youngster. Then we have a couple of lighthearted, fairly determined, spirited, resolute. So I think the staff might have to be more closely related to each other in terms of their personalities. So I need to probably think about that. That I didn't really think about that when I signed them, at least not most of them. I just went with balanced, fairly determined, spirited, whatever they are, loyal, I don't care. But maybe we need more of the same kind of type in the future. At least I will think about that when I do sign them. Team cohesion, yeah. I kind of knew. I didn't think it would be this bad, but yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Next year we won't have as many players leaving us. I don't think so. At least we will have some of the youngsters probably. We will, and many of the guys are still on long contracts and stuff. So only if there is a lot of selling going on. So it will be better next season, of course. Yeah, this will impact players' positioning doing matches. It's probably the main reason why we're not doing well. If anything, this is the main reason. Yeah, I think we could have picked up a couple of more wins if our team cohesion was a little bit better, to be honest. And we might need to work on that. I might need to do a couple of things in training. I might do a couple of things in terms of friendlies, because you can definitely get this up by doing friendlies and also some training. And I as a DOF, we need to look at that, right? We need to look at that and make sure that that's not going too far out of control. Well, it is running out of control right now. But this season is already, for me, it's basically already over. I don't think we have any chances. I would be surprised if we get a 10th place. I would be extremely surprised with how it's going right now. But there is still a chance. There is still a chance. Of course, there is a chance. But it is a very, very small chance from here on out. But anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Very sad. It's a very sad episode. It's a very negative kind of episode, but hey, we got up, and probably it was a little bit too early for us to go up. Maybe we needed another season down there, but yeah, we'll see how it goes at the end of the season. Hopefully a little bit better. Hopefully a little, when we get into the what's called relegation group, the games will be easier because we will have to play some of the more easier opponents a lot more. But we'll see how it goes, man. Now we still got a lot of games. We only played 12 games today here, so we still got, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more in the preliminary. That's probably gonna be next time, along with the winter transfer. So yeah, that's gonna be it. See you around next time.